Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be looking over the game week 22 games and seeing if my predictions were right. So let's get into Chelsea versus Fulham first. This game ended as a 0-0 draw between the teams. My prediction was 2-1 Fulham, which was not right, unfortunately, but Enzo Fernandez, in my opinion, was Chelsea's best player on the pitch, spraying passes and attempting long shots. He almost scored one, and I still don't know how Havertz, Mount, and Gallagher start for the team. Like, Havertz missed the open chance, Mount missed the switch, like, Gallagher, I don't know. I just don't rate him. Chelsea had some chances, but the rest was Fulham. In my opinion, Fulham played better than Chelsea, and Mitrovic almost scored a lob from around the halfway line, I believe. And Andres Pereira almost banged a long shot. And overall, it was a good game. Next game was Everton versus Arsenal. Now this game was a very intense one, and my prediction was 4-0 Arsenal, and well, I was completely wrong. Everton played really well. They pressed, they created chances. Everton were really solid defensively, as their new coach is Sean Dyche. And Sean Dyche had the wide midfielders support the fullbacks, which helped close down Martinelli and Saka. So Martinelli and Saka weren't really able to do much. And the player who stood out for Everton was Onana. He was very, very good. He was incredible in the midfield position, made runs forward, and great defensively as well. And in my opinion, Everton did do better. I gotta admit that they deserved the result, and the game ended 1-0 in Everton's favor. Now Brentford versus Southampton. This game was a good win for Brentford, as it ended 3-0 in their favor. And so my prediction for this Brentford game was 2-0, and I got pretty close. Brentford had their first chance, but it hit the crossbar and the rebound was skied. And Ward-Prowse had an open shot, but instead he cut it back in. He missed Adams, which was the player. He could have scored the cutback, but it went behind him a bit too far, and Ward-Prowse had an open shot, but instead he cut it back, as I said, and Salisu had 2 blocks so far, which denied Brentford a scoring chance. Brentford were great in this game, but Southampton just kept losing the ball and weren't good enough, and Brentford definitely deserved the win over the Saints. Now next match we have Brighton versus Bournemouth. A good win for Brighton as they secure a 1-0 result against Bournemouth, and this was a back and forth game between both sides. Finally saw Undav on the pitch for once, and Bournemouth had the better chances out of both teams, but they couldn't find the back of the net. So Mitoma is such a special player. He scored the winner for Brighton, and the result could have gone either way, but Brighton won 1-0. Man United versus Crystal Palace. Now, Man United were the more dominant side in this match. It was a tight, at the end, tight match. My prediction for this game was 3-0 to Man United, but the game ended 2-1 to Man United. And in the 7th minute, Man United got awarded a penalty, and Bruno took it and he scored, so that was 1-0. Crystal Palace had some small glimpses but couldn't win. Rashford made it 2-0 in the 62nd minute. Rashford's on amazing form recently. And Palace got a goal in the 76th minute, but it wasn't enough to get back into the game. Now, Wolves versus Liverpool, this game was a really surprising one because Wolves actually won 3-0. And I predicted a 2-1 win for Liverpool, and yet again, I was wrong. And Liverpool did not play well at all this game. Struggled to even get the ball in the back of the net, and Gomez and Matip were awful for Liverpool in those centre-back positions. Wolves, on the other hand, played well. Adama was running up and down the pitch, supporting defensively and offensively, and honestly, Liverpool are mudded at the moment. Everyone on that team looks bad, except for Thiago and Robertson. Villa vs Leicester, this game was a very entertaining one and high-scoring game. The game ended 4-2 to Leicester, and the first goal came from Buendia. He shot a long shot with his left foot. It hit the crossbar, and Watkins put the rebound into the net. And Kamara tried to carry the ball out from the box and pass it out, but Maddison stole it from him, and Maddison put it into the net. And then Watkins tried to put a pass or cross into the box, but it deflected off Suter, the new signing for Leicester in the Prem, and it was an own goal for Suter. And then Barnes put a cross into the box, and Iheanacho puts it away with a header. Tete, the debutant, took the ball around the keeper, and he put it in the net. And Prayet beat the keeper as well, and he scores the fourth goal to secure the 4-2 win. Newcastle vs West Ham. This was a great game to watch. Both teams struggled, to be fair. I predicted a 2-0 win for Newcastle, and I was wrong again. The game actually ended up being a 1-1 draw. Newcastle went 1-0 up early with a great goal by Wilson. It was a through ball, and then Wilson scored with his left foot, curled it into the bottom left, past the West Ham keeper, and Newcastle were lacking creativity because since there was no Bruno Guimaraes, and West Ham scored from a corner, and Paqueta got the goal. And later on, Gordon, who sent Wilson on a run, and he was 1v1 with the keeper, with Pope, but behind him was, I don't know how to say his name, Aguiard. I think that's his name. Aguiard was right behind him. He was sprinting back, and he tackles Wilson and denies Wilson of that shooting chance. And Gordon was a great player off the bench. Great cameo. Now Forest versus Leeds. This was a game between two mid-table teams, and it was a good watch. I predicted 2-1 Forest, which I got wrong once again. And the game ended 1-0 to Forest. The first big chance was from Sinisterra, but it was saved by Keylor Navas, who's the new Nottingham Forest keeper. He did good, and he got a clean sheet in that game as well. Now Forest then whip in a corner. It goes to Brennan Johnson, who volleys the ball into the bottom left to put Forest up 1-0. It was a great volley from him. Sinisterra's side, a cutback from Gnonto, and then Ailing shot gets saved by Navas. And Gnonto had a shot which was going bottom left, but Navas saved it again. So Forrest managed to get the win. And Navas was really good in that game as well on his debut. He got that clean sheet, made some good saves. We have the big game, the last game that happened today. When I'm recording it is Sunday, and it happened today actually. Man City versus Tottenham. This was a game I was really excited to watch, as if Spurs won, Arsenal would keep their 5-point gap, and I predicted 3-2 City, and yet again I was wrong. The game ended 1-0 to Tottenham. Man City weren't able to do much this game. They couldn't find a way to get the ball to Haaland, who's like their main scorer up front. And the best player for City probably was Grealish, to be fair, who's a running back doing defensive work, and he was decent offensively as well. And City had the ball, and then Højbjerg stole it off them, and he lays it off to Harry Kane, who puts it into the net, and he scores his 267th goal, which is the new Spurs record. He passed, I believe, Jimmy Greaves, I think his name is, and Romero also got sent off. He got 2 yellow cards, and he made 2 very aggressive tackles, so he's probably going to be out for the next 3 games. And Tottenham did Arsenal a favor by beating City 1-0. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like. It helps a lot with the video, so please do. And don't forget to subscribe and comment down below which was your favorite game to watch this weekend. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.